Hello, everyone. Hi, it's Dr. Okay Echo, Happy Brain Pediatrician here with another edition of the Glow Corner. So today, it's going to be a short live. I just wanted to talk about how do we as parents reach the place of acceptance of our children, especially if your child has been diagnosed with ADHD or autism. I just saw a mom and I just gave her the diagnosis of her child. She was here to receive that. And it was very heartwarming. It was very encouraging to hear her say that regardless of the diagnosis, that she just wanted to be able to give her child and love her child to the best of her ability, regardless of the diagnosis, and that didn't change who he was. And so I recognize that is a can be a difficult thing for parents, a difficult place for parents to get to, especially when you first get a diagnosis like that. That often comes with a lot of connotations and a lot of feelings of overwhelm and feelings of how am I going to get through this and what's going to happen to my child and what's going to happen to our family. And those are all valid thoughts and valid feelings. And I'm not here to discount that at all, but rather to offer this up to you parents who may be struggling with, if you've recently gotten a diagnosis of your child having ADHD autism, and it's a it's bridging that gap, right, between the expectations we all as parents have for our children and the reality of what's going on with our children. And it's just I just wanted to come on here and encourage you parents that even when you first get the news and you will have to walk through all the different emotions you may feel, and it's like going through the grief process, right? The denial, the anger, the bargaining, the acceptance, all the stages of grief, because this is your child, your precious child we're talking about. But my hope and my prayer is that for you parents is that you get to the place where you can see the challenges your child may have, and still love them through that, and still be proud of them through that, and know that if you surround yourself with all the support possible, and that's why I talk a lot about early intervention and getting, if you feel like your child needs help, it's getting that help early. The earlier the better, right? So that whatever changes needs to be implemented with your child can be done early. And so that's something that's so important. And I know it can be scary to hear a diagnosis, but I offer up this thought to you that it's not so much about the diagnosis, but if we focus on that, getting the diagnosis leads to receiving the help that your child needs at home, at school, wherever they may be, that and that your child is not the diagnosis, right? Before I give the diagnosis to parents, I often talk about how it's so important for them to hear me, that when I'm giving them the levels and I'm saying if it's level 1, 2, or 3, that doesn't mean anything about the person of your child. It doesn't mean your child will not improve. It doesn't mean that your child's speech will not improve. It doesn't mean that all hope is lost. It's simply a number that means we're telling the school, give this child as much support as they need. And I always implore parents to remember that on the days when it's so challenging and you feel like you're alone in this, just remember that you're not alone and that you can get through this and you can reach out and ask for help. That's the most important thing, knowing that you're not alone at all. Is it challenging? Yes. Can it be, can you be supported through it? Yes. Are there things that can improve about your child? Yes. So things like their sleep, which of course affects their behavior. So things like what they eat, which of course invariably affects the way their brain functions. And that's what we work on at Glow Pediatrics, is how can we look at your child from the inside out, right? And help them glow with health, literally. How can we address those underlying things that may not necessarily be addressed, right? Things like this child needs to sleep. How do we help them sleep? That's critical, because if your brain doesn't get the rest it needs, if your child's brain doesn't, your child cannot act right, cannot behave to the best of their abilities, cannot function to the best of their abilities. If you think about you as a parent, if you don't sleep, then you don't feel good. So it's the same thing with your child. And so that's what we at Glow Pediatrics work on, is how can we address all of those issues and concerns that may or may not be addressed, but that are critical to the well-being of your child overall. And so reach out to us if you need help, glowpediatrics.com, or you can call 405-871-5807. And we're here to support you. And I just, again, want you to know that there is hope. And I say that as my name is my name. There is hope for your child. You're not alone in this. Your child can do better. Your child can improve. Their symptoms can get better. And so, and it doesn't make you a failure as a parent if your child is diagnosed with ADHD or autism. You're not a failure. You haven't done something wrong. Let's work together to figure out how best we can help your child do better. And just be encouraged. And please take care of yourselves, parents, because if you don't take care of yourselves, you cannot take care of your children to the best of your ability. And so that's my encouragement for today. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Reach out to us if you need any help with your children diagnosed with ADHD autism. If you need an evaluation for your child and you're in the state of Oklahoma, call us. If you, as a parent, are looking for support with addressing the underlying concerns of your child using integrative medicine, call us. We are here to support you. We have a YouTube channel where I have lots of information on there. It's Brain Power with Dr. Echo. So, again, just remember that you're the best parent for your child and that we're here to support you. So, have an amazing day.